Hi everyone! Today I will share with everyone the method of making gimbap, a traditional Korean dish, but will focus on the perspective of a person who makes it for sale. Gimbap seems simple, but to make beautiful, delicious gimbap rolls that attract customers requires many secrets that I have learned over time. People often say that good ingredients are the key to the success of a dish, and gimbap is no exception. For me, choosing ingredients is not only about quality, but also about how to combine colors and flavors to create a beautiful and nutritious gimbap. Rice is the soul of gimbap, and I usually use fragrant, sticky rice so that when cooked, the rice grains are soft and smooth, not too mushy, but still sticky enough. To enhance the flavor, I often mix the rice with a little rice vinegar, sugar, and salt, creating a slightly sour taste like sushi rice but not too harsh. Seaweed. The seaweed used to roll gimbap needs to be large and soft, but it must have a certain amount of toughness so that it doesn't tear when rolled. I always choose high-quality seaweed that is not moldy or has a bad smell. My tip is to lightly heat the seaweed leaves over a fire before using, which will help make them crispier and bring out their characteristic aroma. Gimbap filling. This is the important part that determines the diversity and uniqueness of each type of gimbap. With my sales experience, I realize that customers always like new things, so I often create different types of fillings. Traditional includes carrots, cucumbers, fried eggs, golden radishes, and crab sticks. Variations: add stir-fried beef, teriyaki chicken, cheese, or even kimchi for variety. Vegan. For my vegan client, I use sautéed veggies like bell peppers, spinach, and shiitake mushrooms. Seasonings and toppings. Korean chili paste, gochujang, mayonnaise, roasted sesame, and sesame oil are essential to bring out the flavors of gimbap. I also prepare additional dipping sauces for customers to choose from when eating. After preparing all the ingredients, the next step is processing. This is the part that requires meticulousness and skill, especially when making large quantities for sale. Step 1. Prepare rice after the rice is cooked. I spread it out on a large tray to cool, then gently mix it with a mixture of rice vinegar, sugar, and salt. The trick here is to use a wooden spoon or silicone spatula to stir the rice, avoiding breaking the grains. While mixing, I sprinkle some roasted sesame seeds for added aroma. Step 2. Prepare the filling. Each type of raw material needs to be handled separately. Vegetables. I thinly sliced carrots and cucumbers. Stir-fry the carrots with sesame oil and a little salt, and leave the cucumbers fresh to keep their crunch. Golden radish. I cut it into bite-sized pieces, not too thick, so as not to make the gimbap uneven when rolled. Meat and eggs. Stir-fry beef with soy sauce, sugar, and minced garlic. Fry eggs thinly and cut into long strips. Other ingredients. Kimchi is drained before serving to avoid wetting the rice, and cheese is usually cut into long strips for easy rolling. Step 3. Roll the gimbap. This is the most important step, and also the part that I had to practice the most to achieve perfection. The indispensable tool is the bamboo blind used for rolling. Place a sheet of seaweed on the bamboo mat, rough-sided. Spread a thin layer of rice evenly over the seaweed surface, leaving about 2 centimeters at the top. Edge so that the rice does not overflow when rolled. Arrange the fillings in order, making sure to evenly distribute the colors so that when cut into slices, each gimbap will look beautiful. Use your hands to gently roll it up, pressing firmly as you roll to make the gimbap firm. My little tip is to brush a little water on the edge of the seaweed to seal the roll. Step 4. Cut and present after rolling. I use a sharp knife to cut the gimbap into pieces about 2 to 3 centimeters thick. To prevent the knife from sticking, I dip the knife in warm water and dry it before cutting. The gimbap is then placed on a tray or box, sprinkled with roasted sesame seeds and a little sesame oil to increase the appeal. Making gimbap for sale is not only about making delicious food, but also about paying attention to how to approach customers and retain them. Here are some experiences I have learned over the years. Hygiene. This is the top priority. All utensils and ingredients must be thoroughly cleaned. This not only ensures food safety, but also builds trust from customers. Eye-catching presentation. A beautiful, colorful gimbap box. will attract customers' eyes at first sight. I often use a transparent box with some green vegetables or cherry tomatoes for decoration. Experiment with new flavors. Customers always love creativity. In addition to traditional gimbap, I also experiment with deep-fried gimbap, egg-rolled gimbap, or spicy gimbap to diversify the menu. Cost management. To keep the selling price reasonable while ensuring profit, I always consider carefully when purchasing raw materials, prioritizing wholesale purchases, or choosing reliable suppliers. Customer interaction. A smile, a greeting, or a small talk when interacting with customers can make all the difference. Sometimes, customer feedback or suggestions are the key to improving product quality. For me, making gimbap is not only a business but also a way to express my love for food and bring joy to others. Every gimbap roll I make is a combination of skill, creativity, and affection. Seeing customers satisfied, coming back to support, or simply praising the delicious food, that is the biggest motivation for me to continue pursuing this path. Making gimbap is a process that requires meticulousness, patience, and constant learning. From choosing ingredients, processing, to presentation and communicating with customers, all require attention and effort. I hope that with the above sharing, everyone can understand more about this job as well as have more inspiration to try making gimbap at home or even start a business with this dish. Remember, the most important thing is not how many gimbap rolls you make, but how much effort you put into it. Let's see how the restaurant makes gimbap.